definitely encourage everybody to come out and start at an amateur level. So come on out, have a great time.
There you go. Thanks, Lindsay. We're going to get this start underway. Then we're going to say hello to Steffi from Fantic Bicycles. I got to ride those things, and you guys have the E-Assist bicycles. They're located right by the pool, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, just right the pool. You see big black and red Fantic logos. Come on over. You know, you can try the bike, and you need to try it. You're not gonna get it until you try it. So come on over, experience, and you will have a big smile on your face.
Yeah, Steffi, I rode it yesterday. It is awesome. Have you ridden one, Jimmy?
I rode one yesterday too, and it made me feel like Lance Armstrong.
Yeah, you feel like you're way stronger and better than you really
I felt
are.
like
and it's awesome.
The Hulk pedaling up the hills, and it was absolutely
and
no
those
problem.
Legal in all the trail systems. You're not going to get shut down. It's not a motorcycle. It's not considered a motorcycle. You can ride that thing like a regular mountain bike where mountain bikes go.
Correct, because they are class 1. So class 1, they are allowed on all mountain bike trails. So you can go out and ride for longer and have a blast.
They are awesome. I rode the full-blown race model. That thing is killer. You just spin the pedals a little bit, and that thing will just climb up any hill you want to. And you guys, again, located on that road going down by the pool. Fantic Bicycles. Check in, ride the bike. They'll let you zip around the property. It's really cool. Thank you, Steffi.
Thank you so much. I'll wait for everybody to show up. Thanks.
Awesome. Legend here at the ranch, Steffi Boss. She's won some titles or two. Hey, welcome to the ranch, Joe Shimoda. It's the first time I've said your name. Congratulations, Joe Shimoda with the whole shot. The Factory Connection Honda rider is done with crappy starts. He went from 30th place whole shot or starts to the whole shot here in 250B. Let's see what this guy can do. He can win. He's won throughout the year at the other nationals we've been to, or the regionals.
That last moto we saw with Marchbanks and Koba, Shimoda was actually on the, he must have been on the ground or something. But right now we got a challenge for the lead. It's
that
Newbie.
Zane Merritt? The number 29 of Zane Merritt? Yeah.
Where did Shimoda go while we were talking? He must have,
I'm sorry,
unless he's way out front, you
the
jinxed
announcer's
him.
curse. God,
you cursed him into the ground because now Shimoda, not inside the top 3.
Oh, that's not 28.
We have Levi Newby.
There you go.
On the 28 machine, battling with number 35 on a KTM. I'm not sure who the other rider is, but Newby been having a great week out here at the ranch. And trying to hold on to this one. Let's see if Newby can't lead a lap around.
That's Marcus Phelps trying to take that away from him. The 35 trains down at MTF. So Levi Newby out front, Marcus Phelps second. And where is Joe Shimoda? God, bummer for Joe, man. I like that kid. Here comes your third place rider. Marco Canello. Garrett Marchbanks is 4th, so not a terrible start for Garrett. In fact, I'll take that. That's good as a whole shot for him. There's Seth Hamaker. He's got a moto win. Blake Ashley, your boy Lance Kovish. Carter Halpane's got a race win along with Pierce Brown. There's Zane Merritt. He's won one. Justin Rodbell, we spoke with him on the podium. Joe Shimoda in 12th place, Jimmy Alverson.
What a bummer for Shimoda. That's the way you want to start out the race. Getting out front early, grabbing that bell hole shot, but then even going down pretty early on the first lap. So, man, Shimoda not looking good for him all the way back in 12th place. Let's see if he can't make it back up through the order. But as you're pointing through the field, we have Hannah Hodges, one of our women's racers out there, back in 29th place. So let's see if she can't move further forward through the field, battle off some of these men out here in the 250B class. So
Derek Drake, bummer for him. Oh, yeah, we'll see. Derek Drake, 33. Look where he's at. He is back in the 26th position. That's a bummer for him.
Garrett Marchbanks, though, clawing his way through the field quick already, all the way up into the 2nd spot already. Now he's going to have to try to hunt down Levi Newby. And Levi Newby, a couple years ago, won the C class here at Loretta's.
Absolutely right.
So Levi Newby.
You know that path. You respect and appreciate the C rider.
That is a very respecting path. Almost the same thing. I won the C class 2 years later, came back and almost won the B class. So
there you go. Oh, Kawasaki rider down. Could that be Marchbanks?
Ooh, Marchbanks.
Sure.
That would be a huge shakeup if it was.
Could have been Hamaker as well. We'll check in a moment. So there is, nope, Marchbanks still up in the number 2 spot. He's about 3 bike lengths. Could use my eyeballs, look out the window. I'm so accustomed to the screen in front of me. Levi Newby, welcome to the dance up front. The general, Ryan Holiday, looking over his riders there. Pierce Brown having bike problems, going backwards now. That is a death blow to your championship run. So it's Newby, Marchbanks, Phelps, Canella, Carter Halpane is 5th. Blake Ashley is 6th. No movement from Kobush. Zane Merritt is 8th. Pierce Brown is going backwards, though. Got the bike going there as he slips back. Shimoda is 10th.
So Levi Newby still leading this one around, but right now on our TV screen, trying to see what battle they're trying to focus in on. And that is going to be Kobush back there battling. Kobush back there battling with Blake Ashley, the 95 on the Yamaha. So Kobush and Ashley going for it. But right now we got a challenge for the lead. Newby trying to hold on, but Marchbanks all over him.
Pulls a tear off and cruises right on by.
Tripling by, ripped the tear off, throwing salt in the wound. But
Wow.
Newby, Newby just has to be pumped on the fact that
he
is battling with one of the fastest racers in the amateur ranks right now. So Newby, once training in Oklahoma, that's how I know the name and I know of him. Now I believe he trains down in Georgia at one of those facilities, but he just came around. What a great kid. Awesome to see guys like him succeeding and coming through the ranks.
Yeah, going through the long process, the C class, maybe a year or two, or schoolboy and C, and then some B, and here he is. Look at that.
He was just one of those kids that was taller, so they got him on a big bike sooner. But, man, we have a massive battle going on right now. Marcus Phelps trying to hold off a charge from
Carter Halpane, number 17. Look at him. Oh, my Lord, he jumped over that braking bump. Did you see that?
Insane.
I've not seen anybody do that. He jumped that entire camelback, and then he went on 25 feet beyond and cleared the next braking bump.
On a 250 as well. Completely going for it out there.
Wow. That
Letting
was
it
awesome.
all hang out. Carter Halpane. Halpane's been one of those riders, a lot like Justin Cooper this week, who's just completely impressed me on the track. Carter Halpane moving his Yamaha up into the number 3 spot, trying to set his sights on Levi Newby, who's going to be 4 seconds further ahead in the field. So we'll see if Halpane, who's running a 2-minute lap time compared to Levi Newby's 2:02, can make his way up into the 2nd spot before the end of this moto. So right now, top 5 rundowns: Marchbanks, Newby, Halpane, Phelps, and Canella. Lance Kobush on that Team Green ride right outside of the 6th, and Pierce Brown in 7th. So those are 2 big contenders that are sitting outside of the top 5 right now, and you know they're not content with that. So a lot of action here in moto number 2 at 250B. I believe right now we have the camera on Brown. That would be Brown and Canella. And it looks like Brown's going to make the move. Let's see if Canella can't sneak back up the inside. No, Brown will make the pass stick. Marchbanks has gotten around Newby.
In the center infield, Halpane hucked that entire. And look at that, the KTM rider bounces through it. Pierce Brown went for it, comes up short. That looks so spectacular. They are 20 feet higher than anybody else. That looks so unnatural. That's next level. They're jumping braking bumps. Wow.
I tell
That
you
is
what,
incredible, the suspension on that bike, because I would have crashed into that water truck.
Levi Newby in the 2nd place position. He is going to be in a world of heat here in a couple laps because he has a handful of star-studded riders behind him. Starting with in 5th place, Pierce Brown. 4th place, Lance Kobush. And Carter Halpane in 3rd. All these guys lighting it up around the track, trying to hunt down the 28. And Marchbanks out front doing his thing. The only rider out there that has dipped down into the in below 2 minutes at a 1:58. So Marchbanks on a whole other level out here, which after talking around the pits and talking to people who have been following amateur motocross closely, sounds like Garrett Marchbanks is doing what he's expected to do, and that is to win. Marchbanks trying to make it perfect so far here at the ranch.
So Marchbanks going 1-1 in this class. What these kids are doing on that that camelback in the middle of the track. You got to watch.
Oh, sorry.
Hamaker. Hamaker won this one. Okay. Hamaker was up top 6 or 7.
He's all down in 16.
That was the Kawasaki we saw go down then. Couldn't decide who that was.
So Seth Hamaker not having a good Moto number 2 in 16th place.
Here comes Garrett Marchbanks over that camelback. So check out the next few riders as they come over. They're going to jump the entire jump plus the next roller beyond it. I don't think this young man will do it, but I think there he goes. He's just going to air it out. Holy cow.
And, man, you get on the back side of that, and it looks really smooth. That just goes to show you how big.
You're done.
Man, but now those bumps are forming, and it's a nice little downside for Halpane.
How cool looking is that? Pierce Brown saw it, and the next lap he went for it. That's just the racer in you going for it. That's gnarly.
Halpane showing his creative side, just finding out new lines on track, and he is going for it right now. I know our screen. There we go. Now they're.
And look at the battle behind them. 2 great races right at the mechanics area, Jimmy. Oh, they are throttling each other. Kobush and Brown, Jason, watch them come in here. They'll come into view.
Oh, makes it stick. He forces away on the inside. What an aggressive move by Pierce Brown, getting around Kobush for that 4th place position.
So Pierce Brown, he actually stalled the bike and had a tough time getting it going again. I know all you got, KTM's electric start. I'm aware. He had to hold the button in and it took a while for it to fire. I got you. So he has had to recover. I think he was 7th, and now he's up to 4th. The Utah Who, bro?
Joe Shimoda. Well, he crashed. He had the whole shot, then he crashed.
Yes.
He was out of the top 20, and now he's right behind Brown.
So Shimoda on the move on the 47, that AMSOIL factory connection Honda. Watching Pierce Brown right now.
Pierce Brown and Halpane both dipping below 2 minutes the last laps around in the 159 range. Pierce Brown almost into a 158 with a 159 flat. So Pierce Brown, after that stall, has found some new motivation. He's headed back towards the front of the field. And we are just wowed here by this launch into the sand.
Been coming here since '93. That, it may not be a designated jump. That's the biggest jump I've ever seen at the ranch put together. That is a huge leap.
Biggest distance.
Longest
the tabletop was big.
It was
there
big
for a while.
Tabletop was big, dude.
That's a launcher right there.
So that's all helped Halpane take over 2nd. The rider on your screen is 63 KTM. That is Pierce Brown. Brown is trying to catch Levi Newby and put it up on the podium in this moto. Garrett Marchbanks is gone, 15 seconds, and he's looking at a 2-1 with his moto scores because Seth Hamaker, who won the first moto by a pretty big distance, had a crash. He's 13th right now. So Hamaker has pretty much cost himself any chance at a championship here. Carter Halpane on the 17 Yamaha, working his way to the long short chute. Then it's Newby and Brown, Lance Kobush, Joe Shimoda, Derek Drake, Marcus Phelps, Zane Merritt, and McClellan Heil into the 10 Commandments. Wait a minute. Pierce Brown is on a run, trying to make the pass right here. And he's closed up on Halpane as well. He might get 2nd in this one.
And Newby seems to be following Brown through and catching up to Halpane as well. So maybe Halpane maybe hitting a wall late in this 250B Moto number 2.
Maybe they'll
and
keep
now,
if they keep that camera trained on these guys, maybe we can see them actually hit that triple. I don't think we've seen it on camera.
I'm not sure. I think maybe the very end. Yeah, I know that. I think Newby is the only one out of this group not jumping it. So these two right here, maybe we'll see them sort side by side going into the sand.
Oh, and Brown, feet off the pegs, missed the line that he wanted in that corner. That gives Halpane here on the 17 temporarily some relief. Here comes that big jump. Let's see if he does it right here. There it is. Look at that. That's what, 15, 20 feet bigger in distance than anybody else.
At least.
Jeez. But despite that, Pierce Brown still sticking with him. Brown is on a rail late in this moto, railing the outside, in fact. The Utah Utes couple of years ago, both Pierce Brown and Garrett Marchbanks, both out of Utah, kind of rose to prominence together. They went 1-2 in a moto earlier today. They're looking to do it again here. Brown has got to get around Hal Payne to do it. Working every different line on this track. Everywhere that Hal Payne goes, Brown's trying to find something different. Then it's Levi Newby under pressure from Kobush and Shimoda and Derek Drake.
So our Moto number 1 winner, Seth Hammaker, all the way up to number 12 after running into problems early on in this second Moto. So
this could be the pass right here. Pierce Brown makes it stick on Carter Hallpayne. Hallpayne's got a shot here in Storyland to get him back. But I think Pierce Brown is just wearing these guys down in the final stages of this 250B Moto 2.
Yeah, I was going to say, if Hallpayne can stay close, maybe he might be able to pull off that triple. But Hallpayne's looking back right now, seeing who's next. That's never a good sign when you see a rider looking back after they get passed. That means I'm giving up on the guy who just passed me. I hope nobody's next. So Hal Payne has probably 2 laps to go in this one. He'll be getting the 2-lap card as we come around. Once he sees that 2-lap card, though, guys, that's like a boost of motivation. You can be dead just wanting to fall off your bike and you see 2 laps to go. Sometimes you can just collect enough energy. Oh, no! He went down, Hallpayne down hard on that big triple. Let's hope that he's okay. It's just terrible to see when riders get tired like that. All it takes is the tiniest little mistake and you have no energy to pull the bike back underneath you. But he seems to be okay walking off the track. So that's going to put Levi Newby, our whole shot winner, our Bell Moto whole shot award winner from earlier, onto the podium. And Levi Newby, he had a great run going here, actually leading some laps in this one over Marchbanks. So it'll be great for Jason to be able to catch a word with Levi Newby on the podium. I know he'll be completely stoked, picking up not only the whole shot award, but a bronze medal if he were to hold on to it the next lap and a half. But still Marchbanks out front with a commanding lead. 20 seconds over Pierce Brown. So Hal Payne taking a ride back to the pits. Seems to be grabbing the front of his knee a little bit. Let's hope that he just tweaked it. There's nothing serious, because Hal Payne, he was sure fun to watch in that last one. And he ran away with that 250 or 450B class. So he's got to come back and try to put in a good second moto in the class that he won earlier on today.
Oh, man, that's a scary thought. I think that he might have put the other title that he was going for in jeopardy. I think it's time for me. I'm going to head down to the podium. Garrett Marchbanks is putting the finishing touches on a dominant moto win, and he'll have a huge lead going into the final set of motos because of Seth Hammaker, your first moto winner. He's done a good job salvaging it. Hammaker's gotten up to 8th. I'd say, though, he's going to need top 5 to stay in title contention. So Hammaker, after a first in Moto 1, 8th right now, that's putting Garrett Marchbanks in control with a 2-1.
So Marchbanks on his final lap around this Loretta circuit. This will be his final moto of the day, so he'll be on to Thursday's events after this. And man, Marchbanks has just ridden incredible over the last couple days of racing. The tall young rider on the Team Green Kawasaki, really fun to watch around this track. But Pierce Brown on the KTM still in second. Let's give you a little rundown. And Joe Shimoda, wow, all the way up into the number 4 spot after dropping back to 12th. And I'm sorry, it is not going to be Levi Newby with that Bell Moto Whole Shot Award. It is going to be Joe Shimoda. We forgot, he ripped that whole shot and then fell down on the first lap. So Joe Shimoda is going to be collecting himself a Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. But Joe Shimoda putting in a great ride in Moto number 2. One of those things that you can always look back and say, what if I could have just stayed on 2 wheels that first lap with the hole shot, if I could have possibly challenged for the lead. But Marchbanks, like we were saying before, the only guy out there in this class in that 158 range, but Pierce Brown also throwing down a good time as well with a 159 flat. So definitely a lot of speed out here in the 250B class. Still, the fast lap time of the weekend is going to be held by Justin Cooper in that 250A class yesterday, towards the end of the day when the track was nasty and rough, just like it is now. But these B guys not off at all on the pace. And it's going to be Marchbanks taking the checkered flag. He is going to take the second moto here. So going into the third motos with a 2-1 and a promising lead in this championship. Pierce Brown crossed the finish line in second on the 63 KTM. And it looks like it's going to be Lance Kobush making it happen on the last lap. So Lance Kobush is going to pick up that medal, steal it away from Levi Newby. Newby's going to be in 4th, and Shimoda is going to be in 5th. So I'm not sure what happened with Newby on the last lap and Shimoda, but Kobush just put a on. But enough with us. We're going to head down to the Race Tech podium, and Weege is going to be grabbing a word with Marchbanks, Brown, and Kobush.
All right, we're going to get this thing rolling. We're getting Garrett Marchbanks ready. And now he's sitting in a great position in this class with 2-1 moto scores. Hammaker had the problems. A couple other riders don't have the consistency they're looking for, so now he's in control. That's what digging deep with the bad start in Moto 1 will do. It's now put him in control of the championship. Let's hear it for Garrett Marchbanks. Here, we'll go behind the bike here. We'll get your logos in it. Things are rolling for you now.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't quite get the best start. I was top 5, but 30 turns in, someone slammed me, and it kind of was a little rough for the first half lap. But if I made some passes quick that first lap, I would reel up on the leaders, and sure did. Was behind Levi for a while, and yeah, he rode a good race, but I just made the pass real quick and pulled a good lead.
Awesome, man. Who do you want to thank, Garrett?
I'd like to thank the Lord for keeping me safe. Monsanto, Kawasaki, Ryan, Shane, Casey, Chappie, all them guys. Thank you so very much. And the whole SOB crew, Pro Circuit, and Scott, Fox, Maxima, just everyone I forgot, just thank you so very much.
There it is. Your Moto 2 winner, Garrett Marchbanks. And that's third there. We'll take it. Come on up, Lance. We'll make it happen. They got the hat ready. Well, making it happen, we had him in 4th, and then it's 3rd on the final laps, grabbing himself a bronze, Lance Kobush. How'd you get the hat on? How'd you make that move there to take 3rd at the end?
Like I said, I just sent it.
He said you would do it. Absolutely. How'd that moto go otherwise?
Got off to a pretty good start. My Dunlop tires hooked up. My PC motor got me out there, and whole side device got out there, and just got out there and was riding my dirt bike and you know, hitting ruts, hitting jumps, whatnot. You know how it is. And got a little tired, a little hot, but didn't quit. So, you know, there's no quitters out here. So, yep.
That's how you get on the podium. All right, who do you want to thank?
3S team, Joey Fudge and his whole family for helping me out. Lawson Hardwick and Chantel and Monster Energy Kawasaki, Pro Circuit, Shift, Ethica, iLab, 100%, Dunlop, Install Graphics, AP Designs, Renthal, my mom and dad, Bell Helmets, JH, everybody over at PC, you know. Thank you for sticking behind me, even in believing in me, even whenever I didn't, to keep going. And Robbie Reynard and Ashley, thank you guys so much.
There it is, folks. Lance Kobush digging out a third-place finish. And now we have our second-place finisher. And he had to work for this one, too. Even stalled the bike at one point, but recovers for a solid second place. Pierce Brown. We saw you stop there for a second. Were you taking a rest? What were you doing?
No, I can't remember who it was, but someone crossed me over, and I kind of got out of my rut. And my right hand came off, and I stalled the bike. But luckily, I have an electric start on that KTM. Got me going pretty fast, and just charged after that. It was a tough moto.
Yeah, you got to be pretty happy to make some of those passes you did to get back to second.
Yeah, second place was pretty good. I'm still not on top of the box. That's my goal. I'll be there by the end of the week. But that was a really good moto. I felt like I didn't get the greatest start, but I just put my head down and made passes left and right, stalled the bike, made it even harder for me. And after that, I just kept on going.
All right, who do you want to thank, Pierce?
I definitely couldn't do that with Troy Designs, Red Bull GoPro KTM team. TK, Brant, Anthony, my mechanic, all the other mechanics out there, my practice mechanic, J-Hop. They've just been behind me no matter what. I can't give them enough credit. My mom and dad, I'd like to thank everyone from MTF, Colleen, Brian, Gavin, Big B, Tony, Pete, and Jacob. They've been great to me so far, and I'd like to thank Alpine Star, Scott, Dunlop. My WP suspension was working really good out there, FMF, and Alpine Stars.
There you go, Pierce Brown, second place in 250B. And we got a whole shot award here. We'll bring up the 47. Wild ride for him. Started out well, then he ended up having to come from behind. Let's hear it. Your Bell Helmets whole shot award winner is Joe Shimoda. Okay. Joe, you got the whole shot. Then what happened?
So fifth turn, I went to go to the inside, but I tagged with this guy on the right and kind of went on the outside, and all the guys passing from inside. But yeah.
Want to thank some people?
I want to thank my mechanic Ricky and Cam, Trainer Yanning, 60, 100%, RX Star, Elias, Alpine Star, Asterix. Thank you so much.
All right, there it is. Joe Shimoda, your Bell Helmets whole shot award. He's going to get some pictures taken. And I believe we have 65s up next. Take it away, boys.